Hi. Okay, so hate these fucking glasses. They always get fucking blurry. I need to take these to Dr. Bizer's because like it's crooked and there's some fucking dents in here, so they definitely need to be fixed. And I don't know where the hell my spare glasses are. I don't know where my mom put them or where I put them, but all I know is I don't fucking have them. And I'm pissed because I wanted to wear my spare glasses, but my mom kept bugging me and saying, "Oh, do you not like your other glasses? Why are you wearing your spare glasses? You never wear your spare glasses before." Because I fucking like to wear fucking spare glasses when I feel like it because I want to be different. I want to try something new. But because she was being so fucking annoying, I was like, I guess there's nothing wrong with these glasses. But I don't fucking understand why people have to comment on your change of appearance and to be like, oh, like why don't you want to wear your like because I don't fucking want to fucking wear them. Like you're not your fucking glasses, so why do you care? I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with these glasses, but I just wanted to try something different. And maybe if I were to have been more consistent with the glasses that I wore, I wouldn't have been able to misplace them. God, my fucking tangents can be something else. But I want to talk to you about Mr. Bryson Tiller because I just listened to his album last night and surprisingly it was straight. I thought it was pretty good, and out of Jeremiah and August Alsina, Bryson Tiller is the least misogynistic R&B rapper that I've listened to, so I guess that's okay. I mean, whatever, like however you take it. But there's some lyrics that I don't really appreciate, like the whole girl you only fuck him or no girl he only fucked you over because you let him. Absolutely not. That's victim blaming. You don't get fucked over because you let him. You get fucked over because he's a piece of shit and you're around an abuser, and that person needs to just leave you alone. It has absolutely nothing to do with you or the type of person that you are. It has to do with everything with the person that they are. So I don't really like Bryson Tiller's condescending line like, oh, the only reason why you're in an abusive relationship because he fucked you over, but I'm the good guy and you should come to me. Like, really? Like, it's the same bullshit that Drake pulls all of the time. So he's pretty much like light Drake. I'm not trying to be shady, but he is a little bit of light Drake, but he does have his own style and I do appreciate it. At the same time, Mr. Bryson Tiller, you're fucking shady as shit. You threw some shade at Louisville by pronouncing it Louisville. Like, bitch, you ain't fucking Drake. That's some shit that Drake would say because he's from Canada. He's not a native of Louisville, so why the hell would you sit there and say from Louisville to Lexington? Or I don't fucking know, but we don't say Louisville, okay? We say Louisville, and you sitting there acting like, oh, I'm repping Louisville, but when it's convenient, because as far as I know, you don't want to play at fucking Louisville venues because apparently Louisville didn't support you enough, which like this is another thing. I'm so sick of fucking rappers and R&B artists having this fucking mentality that everyone has to fucking support them and that people can't fucking support them on their own time. I didn't fucking support you right away because one, I didn't know who the hell you were, and two, I wasn't going to just be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking listen to this guy because everyone else says he's cool. No, I'm going to take my fucking precious time and decide when it's okay to listen to you. I did that with G Easy. I did that with Logic. I do that with a lot of people that I'm a little bit sketchy over. But let's be real, the only reason why I was sketchy over Bryson Tiller was because this girl that I didn't get along with last spring liked him. That's the first time I have heard of Bryson Tiller was when she had said something about being in love with him. And I thought, who the hell is Bryson Tiller? Is that her new boyfriend? And that's the same bitch who tried to fuck me over because I had tried fucking with the guy that she was fucking with for 5 years. And apparently he don't fuck with her like that, but she thinks otherwise. So she was trying to come for me and talk shit and then try to act different when we were in the same room. So this was on some fucking boo boo kitty and cookie shit where I just did not have time for that bitch. I was not going to fight her over a fucking nigga. It'll be one thing if I got beat the fuck up because I was running my mouth and I said some truth, like that's fine. If I fucking like call you some light skinned, curly headed little conceited half white bitch, like that's fine. If you beat me up over that shit, I'm gonna fucking laugh because what I said was a fucking truth. But you ain't gonna beat me up over some man. I'm not gonna fucking shed blood over a fucking man. We live in this patriarchal society, and ain't no way am I gonna have another woman kill me over some fucking man. Absolutely not. And not that I can get beat the fuck up, but if I were to get beat up, it would definitely not be over this fucking man, okay? But anyway, I didn't want to fuck with Bryson Tiller just because I wanted to be contrary and not be like her, which, okay, I'm sorry. That was some fucking internalized misogynistic shit that I was on. I don't want to be like the other girls. Like, bitch, I'm like her. She like me, okay? We one and the same. Not really. But, okay, let's admit. I didn't want to like Bryson Tiller because this black girl that I did not like liked him, so I wanted to be different, and that's some bullshit. And please don't ever do that. And if you do, well, change. But yeah, Bryson Tiller is pretty cool. I don't really care for some of the misogynistic lyrics like bitch and gold diggers, but I feel like he has potential. I don't think that he's a bad artist. Now, once he starts singing about red bones, I'm gonna fucking be like, okay. But honestly, Bryson Tiller is a Louisvillian to me, or like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna say fucking card because I'm not a card. I'm a fucking wildcat. So I'm not gonna fucking say a card because not every person who is from that area is a cardinal. Now, mind you, I'm not from Louisville. I'm from the city outside of it. It's a smaller town, but it's close enough where I can still say I grew up in Louisville. I grew up in basically both cities. So I'm not one of those fake people that will be like, yeah, I'm from this big ass city, but I'm really from this small town, because that's some regionalist shit. And I can't stand that shit. And I feel like that's what Bryson Tiller is on right now, because he tries to use this excuse that no one was supporting him in Louisville. But let's be honest, Bryson, you never fucking liked Louisville. I can tell. You never really fucked with Louisville. Even when you weren't even that big, you weren't trying to fuck with Louisville. You were trying to get the fuck out of Louisville. And once you got the fuck out, you ain't really trying to come back. Now, you may be like, yeah, I'm 502, I'm this and that. But as I can see, you ain't trying to fuck with Louisville, and you never were trying to fuck with Louisville. So don't give me that, oh, they don't support me, because you sit up there singing in New York and you going to California and all these places, people that don't even know you from Adam, and you feel like they have more loyalty to you than we have loyalty to you. Mind you, I don't fucking know you. I don't know you. But you being disrespectful to people who actually gave a fuck about you. You too busy focusing on the haters that you're not even paying attention to the people that matter. And that's what I don't understand. And it's like a lot of celebrities on Twitter where they respond more to their haters than the ones that say, you're great. I love you. I love your music, Janae Aiko. But instead, you want to respond to the haters that don't mean you well. You want to take the time to just respond to people that just be bullshitting you. And in a time where someone is actually supporting you and giving you love, you don't want to fuck with that person. And I just can't for the life of me see why you don't want to do that. I don't understand. Now, I'm kind of rambling on right now, but for those of you guys who have no idea what regionalism is, it's basically where you have a prejudice towards a certain geographical area, and it correlates with classism. And typically southern states or midwestern states or smaller cities and towns, or even inner cities that's predominantly POC or African American, are subjected to regionalism, which is like basically it's like this ideal that this town is inferior because of this economic background and the people who live there and the way that it is landscaped. That's what regionalism is to me. I feel like the cities that have some sort of regional privilege are New York City, LA, the bigger cities that are well known, that have more money, that have more funds for the government. And I'm not talking about the inner city or the boroughs. I'm talking about like just the city as a whole. I feel like a lot of people live in LA and New York, and there are a lot of celebrities and a lot of famous people up privileged with money. So I feel like the top cities like LA and New York City are those with regional privilege, and then the smaller towns like Louisville, which is a big city for Kentucky, get a lot of flack. And I understand that there are histories of racism and anti-blackness in the southern parts of the country, but that's like that with every part of the country. Every state has its racism, so to just blame it on the South is basically this ideal that, oh, the hillbillies live there, the poor whites live there, so of course they're racist, not us cultured whites. And that's where that comes from. And I'm not saying that's what Bryson Tiller is on, but he is on that shit where, okay, you fucking 502 black people, fuck y'all, but the New York City black people, the LA black people, the West Coast and the East Coast and this and that, I fuck with y'all. And it's like, so you just gonna leave us Midwesterners, you're gonna leave us Southerners to basically, I don't know, the back front. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking get you, Bryson Tiller, because like I said, no one really knew who the fuck you were. I don't know if you had any mixtapes. I just know that you have a debut album. So it's kind of like you just came out of nowhere. So how was people supposed to know that you were going to be this big artist? Like, people were just going to assume, oh, he's so talented, he's going to be fucking Chris Brown. And I don't like Chris Brown, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of people have talent, a lot of people can sing. To get mad because not everyone was riding your dick is very fucking conceited. It really is. I'm not saying this to be a hater, but I'm just saying it like, get your shit together. Fucking come to fucking Louisville and play. Because a lot of people cannot afford to be going to fucking New York or even Cincinnati and to see you perform. They need you. The city needs you. Like, just come on. Like don't do your people like that. Don't do your fans. Don't do people who appreciate you. Like, Louisville doesn't get a lot of big time celebrities unless it's like Derby time, or if sometimes Taylor Swift or Katy Perry comes, and Nicki Minaj came a few times, but we don't really get the big black artists like Drake or even Lil Wayne, or the artists that black people fuck with. So just please just come to Louisville. Just set your petty differences aside and just come to Louisville, please. Just do it for the people that actually want you to come. Because, like I said, you're cool, and I'm not like this big old fan that's like, oh my god, come. But it's like the least you can do is just give a shout out to the place that you are from, instead of just screwing over the people that you grew up with. Now, let me just say this. Now, apparently, maybe Bryson Tiller was bullied. Okay, maybe people made fun of him, so he doesn't want to perform for them. If that's the case, I understand. I understand that you don't want to have a concert in an area where a lot of your former classmates and those who harass and bully you will come and be on your dick. I understand that, and if that's the case, I get it. I really do. But there are many other people who really support you. And as a friend told me on Facebook, that this whole beef got started because a hip hop station called B96 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 only recently started playing his music. But that's been like that for as long as I was alive, basically, B96 does not really play artists who are up and coming. They play artists who have been out for a while. They don't really they don't play mixtape artists. They don't. And I'm not saying that Bryson Tiller is a mixtape artist because, as I said before, Bryson Tiller just released his debut album and I haven't seen any of his mixtapes. If he has any mixtapes out, then I stand corrected. But like I said, the station that the girl mentioned does not play mixtape music. The only mixtape song that I remember them playing was Janae Aiko's The Worst. That was the only time where I thought, oh, okay, this wasn't from an actual album. B96 has always played songs from physical albums, digital albums, or whatever. They don't really play a lot of songs from mixtapes or songs that have been getting internet play but has not really surfaced on the radio unless it's some sort of mixed time. Like sometimes they have hours where they play mixtapes or they play old school or they play songs that a lot of people have not heard of because they are quite new. But like I said, B96 isn't a radio station that's going to play a song that people on the internet hype over, but people who don't really use the internet a lot aren't going to really know about. And I feel that's a lot of people. A lot of people do not use the internet as much as we think. A lot of people got other things to do than to sit on the internet and just talk to people. And I'm not sitting there saying that you don't have a life, but there are people who are just so into the outside world and what they do outside of that that they don't really have time to be talking about this new artist single. But Bryson Tiller also said something that, to be honest, I kind of agree. He said that the Louisville scene is pretty dead, and to be honest, he's right. It's dead. Um, how many artists from Louisville do you know of that are unique and original? Not many. So I get Bryson Tiller's sentiments on Louisville, but it just comes off as if he's bashing Louisville and just talking shit about Louisville. And I would never do that. I would never talk shit about where I am from because that's disrespectful to the people who live there, especially in a place where no one really gives a fuck about, unless it's Derby and people want to be sitting in a millionaire row and just exploiting off of the fucking city and the people who come there to see all these celebrities. Like, these people fucking treat us like shit. Like, let me tell you something. When it comes to Louisville, people are rude. People are rude as fucking shit. I remember one time we were standing outside waiting for these celebrities, and they were just kind of looking at us like, "Who are these people?" Like, I'm just here to go to the golf house. But Regina King, she was nice. She let some woman hold her baby, and I was about like 10 or 11 at the time when I saw Regina King in fucking person. Now, I didn't say hi to her. We didn't make eye contact or anything like that. But, I was physically present when Regina King came. I was also physically present when Eartha Kitt was on stage, but it was so long ago that it really didn't have an effect on me because I didn't know who the fuck Eartha Kitt was at the time. So I wasn't like, oh, Eartha Kitt. Now I know who the fuck Eartha Kitt is, and I tell my mom, I met Eartha Kitt, and I didn't fucking know at the time that it was Eartha Kitt, or was too young to really understand the significance of fucking Eartha Kitt. Really? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm looking at something. Like I said, there's a fucking computer right there. So if I look like I'm just like looking off into space, I'm fucking not. Trust me. But also, fuck Love and Hip Hop. Why the fuck do they do Love and Hip Hop fans like that? No, why the fuck do they do Cardi B fans like that? Why the fuck did you do that, Love and Hip Hop? Y'all were wrong as shit for what y'all did. Promoting Cardi B all this time as if she was going to be this new big time star on Love and Hip Hop, a hybrid of Jocelyn and New York. And now you decide, oh, we're just going to have her in the last few minutes of the show because we're funny and we need ratings for our trash misogynistic show that slut shames women, that slut shames sex workers, or should I say hoe shame. And now when we bring a famous hoe onto the show, we want to fucking use her for fucking ratings and then take advantage of her fans. And I'm pissed at that shit. I'm really pissed.